Hello explorers, and welcome to the mystery that is the Portal Island. This island here in the middle of the big red lake in the Pechorsk outskirts is actually a little network of portals. In itself, there's nothing there. There's no enemies, or there's a little bit of loot, but there's no enemies there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get there and where you can go once you do get there. My first point of entry, however, if you see this big sort of town with the park, which is the kind of center of Pechorsk outskirts, just south of that is this little tiny outskirtsy place. And I'm going to head to the far southwesterly building, and I'm going to show you what's inside, which is this red house here. Now, you have to be careful around here. There is potential for a lot of enemies here, like this guy, like this guy, and there's another one. And there will probably be someone on the roof over here. There is. Whew. You're never safe in this game. Now, feel free to loot the downstairs here. I know I am. And I'm going to get some gun parts, it looks like. Oh, a stashed SKS. Nice free goodies. But that's not why we're here. We are here to go upstairs and eat crackers that you find lying around on the toilet, just like I do in real life. Once I go upstairs, you will see this room here with a big portal staring right at you. And here we are. This is Portal Island. I am in the middle of the big Red Sea. Just in case you forgot, this building here was where I entered. Okay, now that I'm here, you want to check up the slope on your right because there is a little bit of loot you can get. This island's safe. I've never encountered an enemy here. If you come here when there are enemies, please let me know, because I don't want to say for definite that it's safe. And some loot, but not a lot. And there's also advice if you want to do any weapon upgrading. I don't know if you necessarily want to do that. I'm going to take the ash clumps as well. Now you can enjoy the scenery if you can jump. Oh, hold on. You can jump up here. There's not a lot of reason to do this, but you can kind of see what you're looking at. If I jump down there, as you might imagine, I'm going to die. The one building you can really see, obviously there's a lot of fog in this game. The building that's on the south of the Red Lake is that building there. I can't remember what building it is. The reason we're here is to check out these 3 portals you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call them like 1, 2, and 3. But really, this is the western portal, the middle portal, and the eastern portal. So I've just saved it because I'm going to jump through each one a few times just to see where it takes us. But the eastern portal will take us to the more easterly part of the map. So around here somewhere. Whee! And yes, we are on the eastern part of the map. Depending on what you want to do and where you want to go, this can be a big shortcut for you. Just be careful of, bullets. Now, as it stands, there's not a lot of reason to go to this part of the map. The missions I've found never really take me up here, but I'm sure that will change with updates to the game and so on. So this is where it takes us, and there actually is a mission. So that was the first attempt, and it took me almost exactly here. Let's see where it takes me the next time. Now this time I'm a bit further south. Oh, I definitely encroached on someone's turf. So I'm a bit more south to where I was the first time I spawned in. But you can see that there might be 2 or 3 places it can take you, but it will take you to the area you want to go. As long as I want to go to the eastern part of the map, I take that eastern portal. Yoink. I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to load it again. Right, this is attempt number 3. Okay, so this is where I was last time. The main thing to consider is you can also get back. So I'm going to ignore the distorted zone. Hold on, I'll show you exactly where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the kind of northern part here. So it's a bit of a trek. And I don't want to get too bogged down with enemies, but I'm going to run along the path here. There will be some enemies in there. I'm going to ignore those and just head up here. They don't like me being here, do they? Okay, so I've ignored most of the enemies. Okay, now I've run up here. There were actually a lot more enemies than I thought I'd have to deal with. Now that I've come up to near the end of the path, I can see the fog, but I want to turn back on myself a little bit. And by this blue truck, if you just go east off the path, you can see a portal looking at me over there. And I have to wade through. You can go around a quicker way. But you see this portal next to an outhouse just here on the map. If I jump through this, it takes me exactly back to where I jumped through the portal to begin with. So there is a way to get to the eastern part and back to the island as quick as you can. Now I'm going to check out the middle portal, which is the southern one, but I'm going to call it the middle because it kind of takes me to the middle part of the map. It will take me somewhere around the main area. So I think it's on the outskirts of the town. Let's check it out. And here, yes, so I'm just south of the town for this one. Yoo-hoo. And if I wanted to, which I do, I can head back to this house here and jump into the portal again. Now my character is very tired, so we're back to the building. Let's jump through, and now we are back on Portal Island once again. So I'm going to show you another one. I'll go back on the southern portal because it doesn't always take you to the same location, but obviously it could, so I'm going to save it and make sure I don't repeat myself. Now this time it's taken me out somewhere different. It's taken me out on the western side of the town, and there is another opportunity for it to take you to, I think it's around here by the park. So if you want to go to the town, you take the southern portal. But while I'm here, I will show you one more portal. We've seen 2 of the 3 portals that take you onto the island. Just to recap, one of them was our starting one, and the other one was way up here, just off the path here to the east. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head north up the main road until I meet the southern kind of shore of the big red lake. And I've been spotted. Oh, I'm getting blasted. Run! God, it tracks you for ages, this thing. It's chased me all the way over here. I've never seen the cube follow me all the way up here before. It really got angry there. Okay, the cube's disappeared, and more importantly, if I look over there... Oh, you're joking, it's looking at me again. We can see the island over there, and that is Portal Island with the 2 hands coming out of the lake. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run around this building, and on the eastern side of this building, at the top of this path, you can find one more portal that takes you to Portal Island. And here we have it. And just for laughs, we'll shoot at the cube. Yeah, and what? I don't think it likes me very much. It's following me all the way out here. Come on. Come on. I'm going to wait for it to fire, and then I'm going to jump through that portal. Oh, God. Okay, so this was the last portal, which was the westerly portal. And it takes us down the southern part of the map. And closer to extraction. So if I want to get out of here, I'm going to take the western portal of the 3. And it's going to take me closer to where I can get the hell out of here. Well, guys, it was a bit hairy, but we made it back. We've explored all 3 portals on the Portal Island. To start with, we entered the southwestern building of this little cluster of buildings. That took us immediately up to the portal, the northern side of Portal Island. And then at this little crossroads at the bottom, you could pick the eastern portal, which takes you to the eastern part of the map around here. Then we took a portal about here, just off the path on the east. It took us back onto Portal Island. We checked out the middle portal, which was on the southern tip. It takes you to the town, somewhere on the outskirts. I think there's 3 different places it can take you. And then we took this portal here by the building. It takes you back onto the island. And then we took the western portal, and that takes you somewhere down the south. Now, there are a couple of locations it can spawn you, but it's good to know because the Pechorsk outskirts can be a really long place to traverse. So if there's one thing I like, it's sharing shortcuts with you guys. If you have found this helpful, please subscribe. I stream this game 3 times a week, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and Friday night at 8 PM UK time. So I'd love to have you there in the chat. But guys, this is what we explored today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.